Oh my god. Did I even do intro?
No.
Let me outro and then I'll intro. Are we just banning the intro? Ban the intro. Wallah. Sorry guys.
It's me and it's Hebs.
It's me and Hebs.
That's your intro.
It.
Just let me know.
Just cut that out and slap that in the front.
I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my talents, isn't it?
Wallah. Can you burp the alphabet?
Yeah.
I need to hear that.
Nah, I'm not doing that today. I got slated every single time I come on either after that show, innit? It's a sensitive topic between you and I.
Oh no! What, do you still get messages about that? Good.
But I feel like I have to redeem myself.
What? Why?
Because I care too much.
No, you don't have to do shit. I'm not gonna lie. I put up my one response. My one response was it for me.
Do you know how rude they were? They were like, "Oh, she calls herself a hijabi, blah blah," and I'm like, "You guys, just sit back down."
Wait, what are we talking about?
And that's funny because I don't even call myself a hijabi.
Yeah.
No, don't say that, because when you put out that statement, that's the only time I was upset with something that you ever said. You know, because I'm not though. But you shouldn't.
But you are wearing. Do you class what you're wearing as hijab?
No.
You're physical.
Yeah.
This part. I know hijab is like internal and then it's external.
That's my thing. Is hijab is not this. This isn't hijab to me. Do you get it? Hijab is properly being modest, whether it's a abaya, whether it's flare clothes and my scarf. Like my neck's covered.
Are you ever gonna get into a jilbab vibe?
100. I'd love that. That's
Really?
the goal. What? I think jilbabs are sick. Like 1-2 coloured jilbab and a brown, and then the Air Forces. What, Chris?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I go Tarawih,
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I'm normal, guys.
Yeah.
What easy? What easy?
I feel like you shouldn't say that you're not hijabi.
I say that I strive to be modest.
But that's the whole purpose of hijab.
Exactly.
So
But
you're
that's not
effective.
hijab.
No, but
period.
I think
you are still modest in some form.
Right.
You might not be at the modesty that you want to be.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a me thing. It's not a.
That doesn't not.
But I
make
think you
hijab.
should own it in the sense that
100%.
you are buying hijab when you Google the headscarves.
What's it called?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But the way the hijab is modelled is not how I would wear it.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
I was listening to a lecture and they spoke about how like every single culture has a different form of hijab. So like you shouldn't place judgment. Like what a man will tell you what hijab should look like is based on his own understanding. But the realities are there's different types of hijab. So people for example in Nigeria, how they wear the hijab is very different to how someone in Egypt would wear it, to how someone in Morocco would wear it.
I hear you.
It's still hijab.
That's my thing though, because
page actually says hijabi in it though. That's another.
yeah, I
thing.
know, but that was
sister!
No. That name was given to me. That name was given to me.
Still.
But look, this is my thing, yeah. Like bun culture, bun everything, because like you said,
Culture aside,
if you go to Ghana and then you go to Saudi, they wear hijab in two
Very
different ways.
different.
Same if you go to Malaysia, you go to Turkey.
But isn't it down to niyyah? Amal bil niyyat.
Amal bil niyat to an extent. If you can have niyyah in terms of your intent, but if it's written there, this is how it should be worn.
I get what you mean. Like if you're gonna do it, you want to do it in the way, like in a legit way.
100, because do you know it's of me? I don't want to like my interpretation of something is a completely different thing to what I see as fact or I see as written. Right? I might take something that's fact and interpret it according to my life. Do you get it?
Sometimes we make our lives a little bit easier by interpreting it to how we want to.
Do you get it? That's why I don't think I could ever really, where I'm at now, I can't really come and say I'm a hijabi. I don't think I could.
Because you don't feel you're there.
I'm not there. Like
So,
I don't do like the things that traditionally or Islamically was written, or I don't dress in a way that is.
So I get
fit
it.
into that category.
So I get it, and I always say to myself, like, obviously, like, it's facts. You can't question Allah's rules. Like the Quran or whatever's written there is written there. There's no ifs and buts about it. So, but we're also flawed. So therefore, we choose to justify certain behaviors because that's our weakness. It doesn't mean we're gonna go around moving wild. But we sometimes we know our niyyah, but we're not quite there.
Exactly.
We're here. Yeah. We're on our journey. We're not there.
Yeah.
We're on our journey up, but we're not quite. So in your hijab journey, you're basically. Like, so this is where someone who doesn't have no intention to wear it, and you're kind of basically elevating yourself to this point.
I'm like,
which is I mean,
no, you're not.
I would say I'm like for 100. I am.
Brethren, I'm talking 5.
I'm talking not just physically.
Because internal.
I hear what you mean.
Everything on a whole.
That's different then.
I'm on my way there, but I'm not there at all.
But I think a lot of people need to focus on the internal hijab, because the external hijab is the easiest part. I think because a lot of us are battling internally, and I think once you build confidence internally, the external will follow through.
100.
And just because the external look looks a type of way.
Don't assume the internal.
Exactly.
Brother, I have this conversation all the time. Growing up, especially in the UK, our parents are trying to hold on to culture with their chest, especially because they're first generation here. So my parents would do a lot of stuff like they'll think we're moving a certain way. They're like, oh no, you have to do. I'm like, Mum, you know Egypt's moved on, right? You know Sudan's moved on. You know everyone's living their best life.
You know Egypt are some of it, like even my mum tells me, she's like, wallahi, sometimes I feel like alhamdulillah nana gibtuku hina.
But they'll only say it now.
Yeah.
Back then they'd be like, ashira rabbitik for bit for must. I'm
Yeah,
like, take me, fam, take me.
Why did you even come here?
I swear, like they're just so that Egypt's developed so much, and they're holding on to this whole old thing of like Somaha and this and this and this and that, and they've forgotten everything. But like to an extent, they had like how I explain most North Africans and Middle Easterns, I guess almost ethnic minorities, is that we get religion, culture, we pick what we want, stick it in a little blender, and be like, here we go, this is life.
Yeah,
it's like some things are aib, but they're not Islamically, or like it's aib for a girl to have a boy, or no, it's haram for a girl to have a boyfriend, but it's a boy can have a girlfriend. And I'm like, bro, Islamically it's still haram. Oh, but he's a ragil, it's okay. And I'm just like, but no, bro, Islamically it's haram.
In the Quran,
A sin's a sin, bro. But it's just it's culture, and that's a humbling point that I always remind people: don't ever get twisted. Question whether it's culture or faith, and sometimes question your parents, because your parents don't know any wiser, because they've just inherited this concept.
Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah,
language into you. I need to work on you.
Yeah, you do. She does.
Because you know what's jokes? Every time I listen to your voice note, my son's in the car and she's like, Phil, and I'm just like, goddamn girl, slow down.
I'm sorry. Do you know what? I apologize.
I need to work on your swearing. We've got you.
Yeah.
You can do some boxing classes for free in exchange. So
I got you. Let's do it.
No pressure, but it's on camera. Don't edit it out.
You remember that conversation we had over DM about getting waxed?
Brethren.
Let's talk about it. Because I feel like I don't feel like people actually talk about stuff
You
like
really
that.
want me to talk about stuff?
Yes.
That I'm going to get slated for
You're
being a Muslim woman speaking. What? But brethren, no matter how much you wax your pom-pom.
Yes.
Sorry, no matter how many times you wax it, every time I am anxious and ready for my flaps to come out in her hand. She's sorry, I'm so sorry. But like, she's like trying to talk to me. Because you were telling me, like, I can't remember how it unfolded. Yeah. But I was just like, why did I like chatting to you?
Yeah. What is the reason?
Like, I love Rima. She's amazing. Shout out to you, sis. You probably never watched this, but it's fine. But she's an auntie. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all
but
good.
She tries to chat to me, and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm sweating. My anxiety is real.
Yeah.
Like, just.
I feel like people feel. I think they think it's soothing when they speak to you. Yeah. I'm there trying my hardest not to sweat, because I know when the sweat hit the wax,
you need fans to come out, little pause breaks,
bruv. I have to towel up the thing. It's very long.
It is very long.
But I believe, when there'll be certain girls that be like, I've been waxing for years, I don't feel it anymore. You're a liar. I don't think you can ever really. But there
are women who apparently don't even flinch. I ask people.
No, one of my friends, Khadija, shout out to you. Yeah. The girl is like.
Does she wax herself now?
Yeah, on a cash thing, like just casually, like bam, 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 bam.
I feel like she does it in front of you, the way you're doing it, the way you're describing it.
On a cash thing
in front of us, just like in the corner of her room. But yeah,
jeez.
She's a pro at that shit.
So I tried doing it myself. We discussed this, innit?
It can't never be me.
Nah, so I tried doing it myself.
With what though? Strips or like wax?
Hot wax.
Yeah. Okay,
and then my anxiety kicked in.
And you didn't.
Then my body started sweating. Then it got stuck on my skin. And at first I started coaching myself. I'm like, alright, cool, Hebs. 1, 2, 3, let's do this. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, no. No. And I'm like, how do I explain to the ambulance? Oh, I call 999. Yeah. So I've got wax in one hand, and I think it's got part of my vagina on it as well. And that's literally how I picture it.
Bro, even my legs, yeah. I sat there, I had to have a conversation with myself mentally. I'm gonna do this, okay? Because I'm tired. I'm tired of spending peas to go get waxed. So I'm like, alright, cool, I'm gonna do this. No one's home. Let me just have the whole house to scream, to do whatever I want to do. Slap the thing on now.
Where are we going from here?
And I just feel like, just feel it tightening on your skin. It's just there. It's grabbing on really well. And I'm like low-key just trying to pick off a bit. And my hand is there for 10 minutes thinking, alright, pull it.
No, it's too long. Khalas.
Pull it. I promise you it was 10 minutes. And then I looked at the time and I thought, nah, this is stuck. This ain't coming off, bruv. Nah, I walked around like that. Tried to washing it off. had to do the most to just scrub it off. I said, yeah, I'm going to a lady because I can't do these.
Yes.
Not even my underarms.
Yeah, we'll go to Egypt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Halal. Head to toe, bro.
Oh my god.
Can I tell you a horror story?
Go on.
When I came to get married, I finally decided to do like a full body wax, right? Before that, I'd kind of do sections of different ones. You know, like when you're not too bothered. So I found this girl on Gumtree, Rookie ass.
Not
move.
Gumtree?
Right. I think it was Gumtree. I could be
Not
lying.
even like Goucher or what's it called?
Woucher.
Woucher, that's it.
Goucher. I don't know. Gauchos?
Groupon.
Yeah. She combined the two. You're freshie.
You make up.
So I got this girl. She's like, yeah, I've done this, done that. Obviously, I've not had that area waxed before. I used to do other stuff. Sounds really inappropriate. Yeah. But
cream and them things there.
Anything besides wax, yo.
1-2 blade.
So I didn't know what to expect. When I tell you, my pom pom was on fire for 2 weeks.
Huh?
I thought I couldn't walk, fam. I'm getting married, and I'm like, I'm damaged. I'm damaged. I have injuries.
Not damaged.
I was bruised. There was blood, and I was just like, maybe this is normal. How was it? I was going on my honeymoon, going, I don't know about these.
No way. Who did you go to?
Can't remember. I just blocked her out. I don't know. I've like faded the memories. I just remember me thinking, this has taken too long.
Is it?
And why do I have bruises on my body? And why is that area out of service?
What?
And the fact that you said like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I was still
not like 2 days and it's sore. Cool.
So I think what she did is she overdid it.
100%.
She kept on going over the same parts over and over again, and I was just like, I know it's stubborn in it, but I'm sure you got technique in it. But then I realised
you don't, because it's Gumtree.
She's an amateur.
It's Gumtree.
She's shush. Listen, sometimes we take L's so we can learn and elevate in life.
And then what was your move after that? You found a
professional. After like counselling, after
months of therapy sessions,
and a very upset husband. In my family, we don't talk about sex. We don't talk about nothing. So we kind of go from you're not married to yallah, have babies.
Yeah.
Or like when my parents agreed for me to marry my ex, my mum and my auntie started sending me like all this kind of lingerie I should be wearing. I'm like,
oh yeah,
am I being punked? Because we went from haram, don't talk about sex, to so now you have to wear this for your husband. So I don't know nothing about nothing.
Right.
I went to an Islamic school. They didn't even teach about sex education. So I was just like, all right, cool. So this is how it works. So I think that's another problem in our culture, which is basically everything's so haram that when it comes to finally becoming a wife, you don't know what to do because no one's guided you in life unless you've watched like Pornhub or you've done the things on the side, didn't it?
Do you know what? This is why I like alhamdulillah for my parents, because my mum was so open about that with me from a young age.
Oh no, my mum's too shy.
What? I had a whole sit down with all my aunties. They were telling me, no, trust me. Obviously, me and my mum would talk about regardless, whatever, anything. And like, I remember we went islands, because I have family in Ireland, and like all my family from Algeria, everyone, we all came and we had one big link up. And they were just talking about like the wedding night and what they wore. And I remember sitting there so fascinated. I was like,
one day.
Y'all little hoes.
I was like, one day I get to be a hoe.
You know? So for me, it's like, I got the blueprint.
But you're the minority.
Yeah, I am the minority.
Because a lot of the Muslim society, we don't talk about sex.
Yeah.
And the reason why my mum didn't talk about sex is because no one spoke to her about it. So it's just inherited. Do you know what I mean? So she shies away. She's like, oh no, I don't talk about these things. She gets very embarrassed. Yeah. So my auntie had to speak to me, and we actually, quick story. We had some Islamic teacher lady who came from Malaysia to come. She was in the UK. She came to our house to give a lecture to the girls, and you had to be like 15 or older or something. And then she was
like pubescent girls.
Yeah. So then she was like, so talk about sex. And then she's like, okay, so you can do this and this and this, but this is haram before marriage. And then she ended it with, and you can also have oral sex. And everyone was like, yeah, okay, yeah. So it's like haram, yeah, okay. And then they went, and then she went, just to clarify, in marriage. Yeah, okay.
She's never seen so much energy that whole lecture.
Let me quickly shout out Dean and say, what's to say? Apparently it's halal.
Quick thing.
Bring this in the books. Forget the lip sync thing. We're upgrading. But yeah, so that was the most I've had. And then when I got married, I'm actually crying. It's funny. my mum's friend gave me like a dua of what to say
before
and after.
Loads of people don't know you have to have like say a dua before.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit long though. Sometimes you just want to get down to it.
Is it?
I was just like, wait, bro, hold tight.
That's why you read it on the way up in it, and then by the time you're at the room.
No, but sometimes it's just like, you know, it turns of a greeting and straight.
Bam, yeah.
You know, not everything's like a slow. Sometimes it's
in the moment.
Straight to the point. Yeah.
She's reminiscent.
I'm just like moving on swiftly, you know. I feel like I'm not doing myself any justice in life. I was a bit like in straight on.
But no, because we're talking about it in a halal manner, so it's 100%, not really, it's 100%. Not even that. But this is why I believe in having a family imam or having like a family person of knowledge, whether it's a man or woman or ustad or whatever. Because I sit to talk to my parents, and half the questions that I had for them, they couldn't answer. Do you get it? And then I sat with my dad about like during lockdown. I was like, why don't we have like a family imam? Because like every Asian family I know has a family imam.
Do you know who my family imam is? Mufti Mink.
Actually,
yeah.
Say Allah.
Swear down.
What? Give me the connect.
he's a straight WhatsApp connect.
No way. Yeah. That's so lit. See,
he's part of a family. When my dad passed away, he sent us a dua. Like he probably filmed it for us.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man. He's a 30 guy.
That's very lit.
Mufti.
Shout out to Mufti Mank, man.
Yeah, and he's I think he's great, like to be able to like
directly
to connect with people as well. So even like the lectures that he does, it can resonate with a lot of people, different cultures, different backgrounds, different ages. Like he talks to the parents a lot and says like, you know, what you're doing is haram to your kids, and people are paying attention. He's changing generations. You know what I mean? But it's sick to have him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's.
She's like, all right, let me just message Mufti real quick, and he'll send us a voice note. I'm like, oh, I'm listening to a mini lecture.
Yeah. See, that's so important. Like, I want one when I have a family. Like, whether I want a ustada that can be the go-to for the girls, and just a family sheikh, period, that we can all go to. If things go left, I had to calculate.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Wallahi, if I could, I'd throw you a grape, but you know, it'll get messy.
I don't even like grapes. I'll go. Pow.
Oh snap! So wait, can I ask in regards to your mum? Was she open to talk about sex because she was also able to talk about sex with her mum, or was she a second generation here? Like, what's
Mum's first generation, but her family are very closed off. I just think it's her character. My mum is very like, my mum would rather tell you how it is, which is I'm like, the same, to be honest. Like, tell you how it is so you know from it and you make your judgment, rather than me falling into something and then being like, I don't know what's going on and be in the dark. Yeah. My mum's not like that. She'll give you everything you need to know, and then from there you make your decision. And if you mess up, you mess up, and you're accountable for it. Mum's always been like 100%. That. Like, we'll be out, and like one time we were on the bus, we went Stratford. Yeah, we were in Stratford. We pulled up. There was a group of men at the back of the bus. Yeah, and I was with my mum in it, so I wasn't really like my eyes were not there. We get off here, and then they get off just after us. And mum was like, do you know them? And I'm like, no. I'm like, why? Well, I was like, which one? And she points to some light skin youth.
You just eyeing you up.
And then she's like, Miriam, like, he was bare looking at you. I think like I think he likes you. I was like, what? She's like, go talk to him. Do you know how I died? Wallah, I died. I was like, what do you mean?
No, that would never happen in my life. You mad?
She's like, go see. She's like, maybe he's Muslim. Go.
How old were you?
Maybe like 15.
Nah, in my grownish age right now, I still don't have male friends.
But do you know what it is? But
my sister does.
Look, let me tell you what it is. That I think now that I'm older, it's less of a thing because she knows now I'm an adult. So if she was to come and try to do that, in her head she's thinking she's grown, she's gonna end up doing X, Y, and Z.
It's good about finding a balance though, 100%.
Yeah, shout out to Mama, man.
Honestly,
she really, she's a G.
I think it's about finding 100% of balance, because I never want my child to be naive. I never want them to feel pressured into nothing. So I'd want to enable and empower them with as much information as possible, not just to sort of like be that excited or cool mum, but also so you're so aware of what's happening that you can make smart decisions, and you love yourself and respect yourself enough 100. To be wise of it and not be reckless of it.
100. And it's a cliche, but knowledge is power, isn't it?
100. And
the way in which you try to, or you decide to use your power, will manufacture your value. So you giving that to your child, and my mum giving me those little gems when I was younger, like, has made me smarter now, because I'm quite naive. I've always thought I was quite naive anyways, if it wasn't for like her guidance or me or her.
Oh, so you felt you were naive?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, what?
I feel like I'm still very naive.
Let me influence you, girl. Take advantage of this.
Do you get it? So like, I'm just trying to
later.
like, I think mom gave me the
underneath my wing.
she gave me the seed for the plant to grow, but she let me choose what plant I want it to be, basically. It's like that. So yeah, it's mad important. I think it's so important.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Raising children is very hard. There's no manual, and everyone's trying to tell you about what's the right thing to do, so do whatever you feel is best, with the guidance of Allah. That's all you can do.
Ameen.
Yeah.
Let's get into today's topic here. It's gonna be a couple things I want to cover, like red flags with friends, X, Y, and Z. But the first thing I want to talk about is being the strong friends and checking up on your strong friends, and people thinking that they don't need to check up on your strong friend because you're the strong friends, and how much of an impact that can take on people mentally just because people don't show you everything. Like, I'm not very emotionally expressive.
Okay.
But I feel everything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I'm not emotionally expressive, and I think because I'm like that, I'm labelled the strong friend, because I can talk people out of situations or talk people down from high emotions, X, Y, and Z. But I remember a period of time in my life I just stopped texting certain people, and that's it. The friendship ended there.
That's when you realized,
from when I stopped texting, it ended there. And then I think that was my turning point. I was like, like, people don't think they need to check up on me.
Yeah, so I've done the same thing where I've always been strong for everyone, and it's in my nature to do so. It's not like I'm like, oh my god, let me be the strong person. No, like,
let me hold you down.
This is just who I am. Do you know what I mean? Like, my family, whoever, I'm a problem solver. I'm, go-to person. I try and elevate you, try and motivate you, trying to whatever, put things in perspective. I'm never gonna be the one to gaslight. I'm never gonna be the one to do whatever.
Exactly.
But one day I decided to stop texting people. Fell off. When I tell you, and I've said this before on a previous podcast, some friends don't realise they're no longer friends.
Yeah.
Because
I think you said it on Miriam's last podcast.
There we go.
I remember you even saying that.
Yeah. And to this day, and it's just one of those things where, because it was so expected of me. Like, the other day I fell out of a guy because he was like, oh, you didn't check. And I'm just like, my G, like, you didn't holler at me. You didn't see what's going. Like, if it's not in my character to be quiet or to fall back or to be inactive, check if I'm cool.
100.
Yeah.
Why are you coming at me?
Why are you waiting for me to now be the first person to make the first move?
Yeah, and just sometimes take the wheel.
Yeah.
Sometimes go, do you know what? As much as she's a strong woman, and I've had guys say to me, oh, you're strong, you can handle it. But I can't. But I can't handle it.
What if I don't want to be strong today?
That's it.
This
what
is
if
my
I
day
don't
off?
want to handle it? That's what I'm on. I don't want to handle it today. Now what?
The weak friend. What if I want to now come and tell you all my problems? People are not ready as well.
No.
Yeah, they're not ready.
The strong friends, because I feel like I'm the same. I feel like I'm.
Yeah, I have 3 strong sisters in one room.
But you know what? That's why, because as you were saying that, because I appreciate when you ask me how I am when I'm quiet.
Yeah.
Even when sometimes there's nothing wrong, I've just got bare work shit on my mind. Like, even today when we were walking, I might not show it all the time, but honestly, Miriam, I do, because today we were walking, we met, and then we were walking up, and then she's like, are you okay? Because I was quiet, and usually I'm quiet.
She sensed your energy.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I love you for that, honestly.
Come on.
But I feel like I get that from someone like you, because you're also the strong
friend.
Yeah. So it's so hard, and it's so sad to say that you can only get the strong friend vibe from another strong friend.
That's the reality.
You're not gonna get it from someone that's been dependent on you.
No, I agree.
So yeah, I hear you. Some and the thing is, some friendships are worth it, some are not.
Yeah, so there's some times where you're like, alright, cool. And with this particular person, I was like, look, usually I would have locked someone off by now. I said, but I'm here still reaching out because I feel like, you're a decent human being, this aside. And I just thought, you know what, after this I'm done.
Yeah.
Because I can't be here. And when people reach out to me, when I had COVID, I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah,
I had it
yeah.
bad.
When was this?
On your story, yeah.
Like 4-5 weeks ago.
No way.
And I had every single symptom. I was bedridden by myself. My son was with dad. My mum wanted to come. I said, Mum, stay. And when I tell you, like, maybe a handful, even people that aren't even that close to me that reached out, I was like, yo, you have no idea how much I appreciate your contact. Because some people who I expected to reach out didn't.
They weren't there, yeah.
And I'm just like, note to self. Do you know what I mean? Like, not even like
That's it. It's noted.
Not just that. I go to the gym every day. Everyone knows I'm active. Everyone knows from when I fell back for 2 weeks. No point to holler.
It was all over your story. It was all over your Instagram.
And you can see who sees your story. That's the worst part. I don't want to be that woman. For the good time.
Exactly.
For the good time.
When you're doing well, they'll be happy.
It's a bandwagon. They want the vibes.
And it's hard because when you switch your energy, they're like, why are you like this for?
Why are you changing up? Have I changed?
Because you know when people go, oh, learn to be more selfish, learn to be more
put yourself first.
The minute I do that, like it's happened even with family, they're like, wow, you're selfish. I'm like, yo, take a minute and think, who are you talking to? I've never said no, never let you down. Even when I don't even say I try, I said I will do it. Like I don't do the whole trying business. Whereas some people protect themselves and say, I said I'll try. I never said I'll do it. So I'm like, nah, if I say to you I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And even if I know like my day's rammed, I'll find a way to do it because I've committed to it. Where people are so easy to just flake you.
Yeah, 100.
And the minute you say no because you're like, do you know what, reality is I can do it, but I'm gonna be stretched. I've been starting to do that now. I've been trying to reevaluate myself. I'm like, I could have, like, some police officer wanted me to come on in their journey, like to watch how their day looks like. They like jump in the van on me and we'll show you what it's like to go to like a riot or to like a protest or whatever. I said I can technically do it, but I'm filming this, doing this and doing this. I said, but so I can't. And she's like, oh no, it's fine. Because I knew I'm overstretching, but
you're overworking yourself.
I can say no.
Yeah. Learning to say no is so important.
Really is.
But it hurts me.
Yeah.
Because it's not in my nature to say no. My nature is to be like, let me please
it's to give.
you. But it's not I'm a pleaser, please
Yeah,
be my
it's
friend.
not about pleasing, it's about giving.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's about giving. It's about extending the olive branch and helping pull someone out of their shit.
But it's also hard because I know you spoke about friendships, but also when it comes to relationships, there's a problem with that as well because it's either you're strong, you can handle it, but I want you to be my Superman. Right now,
100.
Superwoman's on timeout, innit? I want to be vulnerable. I want to be like emotional with you. I want to be I want to feel everything. I don't want to just be this woman all the time. Like
that was my biggest problem with my ex. I was always a strong person outside. I was a strong person at work. I was a strong person with my friends. And then I came home to also be the strong person.
And not just that.
I'm tired, bro. Like, what the hell? How?
100%. And not just that, but I want you to baby certain shit. Like when I say baby, like not baby. Try and be mindful to how you deliver stuff. Like, as much as you think man can handle it, it's Hebs in it. No, I want you to be gentle with me. I want you to be kind with me. If you want to tell me like Hebs, I don't like the way. Don't. I'm not man them, innit?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
And I'm not trying to size up to you.
And at the end of the day, we're women. Whether we're strong women, we're weak women, we're submissive, we're dominant, whatever, we're women, period. So don't talk to me like I'm your next man. Because I'm not.
And the thing is, some will argue if you don't know us and you're watching this, you'll be like, okay, maybe you give man them like vibes to your man. Like maybe you when you argue, you level up. Nah.
It's not about that.
I respect you. I watch my tone. I never insult you. You're my husband. You're my partner.
Exactly.
You're my king. Are you mad?
Exactly. And if anything, when you're in that dynamic in a relationship, you would want to be more submissive to your relationship anyways.
I don't shy away from that. And
you get it?
But the thing is, this is very, very interesting. My brother-in-law was like, he was shocked when I said to him, I want someone who's stronger than me and someone I can be submissive to. He's like, I never ever thought you'd be a submissive person. I said, but that's my partner.
Yeah, exactly.
Who I am in life is how I have to be.
Exactly.
To raise a young king, to be there for my family, and it's just in my nature to be this person. But when I'm married, I want to be someone's wife. I want to be treated with like just.
You want to be able to.
You want to be delicate.
Yeah, I want to be delicate, and I do have the ability to do so. But I've been strong for so long. So even when guys are like, "Raw," so when do you let your guard down? I said it happens automatically, like natural, organically. I can't control it. I don't flip a switch.
Yeah.
But just keep being the man I need you to be. But then some people will see our confidence or our strength as a threat.
Yeah.
You're too strong, you know.
Well. When you go and do something, and then a man, like, they almost feel like, why didn't you ask me to do that, for example? Like, why is it you will always take the lead? But it's like, but you didn't take initiative.
I
I
agree.
want to be that person to ask you to do something,
But-
and I'm not going to be that person that's going to see it there and not go and do it.
You're right.
You saw it there and didn't do it, so
Yeah.
now I'm going to have to take initiative, and then I'm going to come across like too independent and too strong.
Right.
100%. But then there's also other reasons, which is if you've been built to just do it for so long by yourself,
Yeah.
it's in your
naturally.
automatic nature to just get on with it. So sometimes
Exactly.
give me time and be the person to instigate that taking
Yeah.
charge,
Yeah.
and eventually I'll be like, yo, and I won't be scared because I don't want to burden you either.
Exactly.
Because I'm a type of person where, because I'm capable, I never want to burden people. Like you say you don't show your emotions, right? But you feel everything. I feel everything. I don't burden people with my problems.
Right. Exactly.
But I want to reach a point where I feel comfortable enough to like offload some of my responsibilities, some of my day-to-day stuff, even my feelings to someone without feeling like, but rah, you're meant to be strong. Like, what's going on? I want someone
Yeah.
to just go, do you know what? I appreciate your vulnerability.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
That's it.
But I've had negative experience of people like, oh yeah, you're too strong. I'm like, bro, I'm an
Yeah.
asset to your life.
That's it.
If
and
it
they don't
goes
see it
left,
but they don't see it until you're out. Do you know how many times and I think a lot of people in my life are very prideful. Yeah, and I think I'm quite prideful as well. Though I'm gonna keep.
It doesn't
real.
help though when two people are prideful.
It doesn't.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
And I think from when I stopped chatting to certain people, I knew that they felt it because they came back. The pride was the time it took them, but they still came back. And I think when that first happened to me, because it happened to me, I think on 3 different occasions.
Okay.
And I thought, I'm a valuable friend. Like I'm actually someone of value in your life, and the fact that from when I stepped out of your life, you felt it so heavy that you can come to me months later.
Know my worth, mother trucker.
Did you get it?
That's how you swear.
I sat there and I was like,
Mother trucker.
Mother trucker.
yeah. But it just made me think like, right, okay, cool. So I'm gonna keep stepping how I'm stepping, and because I know the value that I bring to your life or in my friendships, I don't even want you around me no more.
100%.
Do you get it?
I think it's down to just protecting your energy, and that's the point I've reached right now.
Yeah.
And we spoke about this again before, but when it comes to like, again, I keep going back to relationships because I find it really frustrating because the whole hijab thing we've touched on, but then the whole strength thing, they want someone who's weaker, submissive, probably a little bit naive, and I'm like, how is that going to be an asset to your life? How is she going to raise your children? How is she going to be able to hold it down if you become ill one day?
And do you know what's mad is that a lot of these attributes they speak about are very adolescent, like weaker, submissive, naive, doesn't really do much, like hairless, all of this sort of stuff.
Hairless, you know.
Yeah.
My girl threw in
I had
hairless.
to slap that one in there. I watched a little I don't know if it was like a reel or a clip or something on Instagram, and this woman was like, the things you grown men are describing that you want in women is a child. And I sat there and I deeped it and I was like, that's so true, because a woman wouldn't, like, not every single woman, but she wouldn't tick off every single box,
Yeah.
but a kid might.
Oy.
And it's all a bit mad.
The way she
Dunno.
even dropped it, but a kid might.
Yeah, but it's a bit mad, like.
That sounds a bit.
But
R.
don't-
Kelly still.
And I don't think it's a conscious thing. It might be a
Do
subconscious.
you know what it is?
thing.
I think these guys, some people, some of these men are just whatever they see monkey do.
Yeah,
like
very much so.
like know your personality, know your character, know what you really want in a woman, because you actually might want a woman that you can banter with, that can hold you down and you can hold her down, and it's okay. It's not a threat, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Not everything's
having
a
that.
threat.
Nah, I think any sign of strength means wait, you're gonna outstrengthen me.
It's
nah,
a toxic
you
masculinity.
can open the jar.
Vibe,
Like
yeah.
you can take out the rubbish.
Fine.
Like
You
got
take the bins
this.
out. How about that?
Yeah, but I'm never gonna be the woman to also gas you and be like, you're not gonna fight him, nah? Nah, like I'll protect you. I don't want none of that business. No drama, no stuff.
So okay, question.
Oh, loud. Question?
You in your bed at all? You and your man are laying in bed, yeah. I had to. I want to see
Oh,
what
wait, is
Kev
this
was
a
gonna
meme?
say.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
'cause
Yes.
she asked this question to somebody and go on.
I love this scenario. You and your man are laying in bed, yeah. There's a baseball bat. Let's say it's on your side of the bed, for example. Yeah. And it's 3 a.m. You're
Yeah.
sleeping. House gets robbed.
You're just hearing bare noise downstairs. It's obviously someone's in the house though.
They
Yeah.
run up to the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your man gets knocked out. What are you doing?
My man gets knocked out.
Yeah. Sleep.
I'll grab the bat and knock him out.
No, it was before that though. But what are you
But
doing before?
Even
yeah.
okay, cool. Before the man, even before your man. Okay, basically the point of this scenario is, yeah, if your man What is it? If your man can fight... Right, I've butchered this whole scenario.
Right.
Pull up.
So
Editing skills are amazing.
We had a guess.
We had a guest, Fred Santana. Shout out
you. My guy.
And he said, "Babe, I'd rather you get knocked out
first." Yes, that's what he said.
So he doesn't witness her being knocked out.
No,
him being knocked out. Sorry.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So
she doesn't see him get knocked out and feel a type of
Yeah.
way. I said, I'd rather see it. Because I feel like men are liars, yeah. A man will tell you, I get knocked out, and then you can just make up anything.
Yeah.
I did this, did that, but then 5 of them came in.
You get it?
It was game over. It was game over.
When 2-2s, it was a 1-on-1 and you flopped.
Yeah. My guy was half your size.
But you get it. So how would you feel about that?
So the thing is, I've had this conversation before where it's like, oh, how would you feel if your man got knocked out in front of you? Would you? Some girls are like, I read the comment section. They're like, oh yeah, I'd leave him. He's a pussy. He's this. I'm like, nah. I'll nurse him. Are you mad? Like, why does it make him a weak man? Because he got caught off guard. Man's sleeping. He might have had the nicest sleep ever. He might take some pills to help him sleep because of my jarring snoring. I don't snore, but hey. Like, that's shit happens.
Yeah.
Things happen in life. I'm not gonna, like, obviously I get why a man would want me to get knocked out first. Because I'll be like, yeah.
Okay. And we could just gas it. Even if we know it's a lie, we can just gas it and be like, yeah.
Exactly. But I know, because if it's, I think if I have the right guy by me, like, as long as he's not an ussy when it comes to his behaviour and he's not like, oh my god, babes, I don't know what to do. Like, not hopefully babes. I'll never end up.
Babes, I don't know what to do. Got Gary from the end.
Honestly, nah. I think.
What side of the bed are you sleeping? The side closest to the door or the other side?
It depends where. Are we facing? There's a door by my head, there's a door by my feet.
The feet.
The doors, yeah.
By my feet, then I don't mind being closest to the door.
Okay.
If there's a breeze next to the window, it's long, isn't it? Any excuse to spoon, I don't know.
I hear that. Do you know what? I don't think I would mind. I just think I will never let it go.
Do you know what?
I will never let it go. I could never let it go.
But he got beat.
Huh?
That he got beaten.
Yeah, you got knocked out.
I'm not gonna lie. When things go wrong anyway, I tell people, give me 2 to 3 working days before I stop mentioning it.
Man.
Because it's gonna be there, tip of my tongue. Any opportunity, any opportunity, I'll literally be like, oh, like the same way you were.
As in, you were
literally. But the thing is, I will laugh about it because we can't. There's no point dwelling. I'm not gonna make you feel uncomfortable. It happened.
It won't be on a serious.
I don't think it demasculates a guy. I don't think it makes anyone feel weaker. I think it is what it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for me, if my man gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. I'm not gonna leave you. Like.
Okay, cool. If your man got into a fight, there's 2 of them, and it's just your man. Are you jumping in?
I got to.
You're jumping in.
I got to.
Are you jumping in?
Yeah. What if
she didn't even hesitate? She's like, yeah. This
This
part of the question, yeah.
What if he has a problem with you jumping in there?
Yeah.
A lot of men will have a problem.
Yeah. So a guy would feel uncomfortable, but if it's a point where I feel like that he could potentially really seriously get hurt, then I'm gonna have to, because what else can I do?
But if you both get hurt in that situation,
then we've done what we needed to do.
Because I would react first and then think of these things after.
So I'm a type of person, and this is no cap at all. I feel the need to jump in when things go wrong. I've never had a fight in my life. I've mentioned this earlier to you guys. But whenever I see a fight breaking out in public or a woman being like her, I'm the type of person that will step in.
Yeah.
Even though people are like, Hebs, you're not invincible. Like these days people move mad. Like when there's a fight happening with school kids and it looks like it's going to get dirty, I'll beat my car until you stop. Yeah. I will open my window if I have to get out. I get out. Obviously, now we've got a situation because 2021 people don't ramp. Yeah. But
yeah.
But some boy got killed outside my house, right? My mum said, "Heba, I'm so glad you're running late, because I know for a fact if you'd seen it, I would have stepped. I wouldn't, because I would have been parking my car at the same time. So I would have come out and tried to stop something from happening." And she's like, "Hebs, you can't keep doing this. You can't interrupt." Timing, yeah. Wallahi, 100%.
Well, timing's perfect.
But so because it's in my nature to do so. Obviously, I might freeze like a bitch. He might get beaten. I'll be like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but you're already there.
And I do the Homer Simpson thing, gif, and I fall into the
bush.
Into the back. Yeah. Like,
just fade into the back.
I'll just call the police and or the ambulance and just pray they get there before he dies. I don't know. No, I have no idea. I think I understand a man's pride, which is he has to be the person to look after both of us, and that's fine. But some circumstances, here's the thing though: if he's a dummy, and he's instigated the argument.
Yeah, no, you
Then
can't.
on your own, mate. You're probably
Fire
done.
and battle.
No, I'm probably not even gonna chat to him anymore because I don't like that drama.
Yeah.
I've always said it from the beginning. I don't like drama when guys watch another man go, "Why are you looking at my girl for? You gay?" Like, honestly, like, don't do that. Or if you're trying to just any opportunity to like size someone up. You can't let petty stuff slide.
Yeah, that's very.
I'm not about that drama.
Yeah.
That's too egotistical.
Yeah.
You're driven by your penis, and
It's just
like
unnecessary.
relax.
It's unnecessary shit.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
if it's that kind of drama and you brought it to your doorstep on your own because you actually don't respect or care about me, because if you wanted to protect me, you would have let your pride aside and you know what, let's keep it stepping. It doesn't make you an ussy. It makes you someone who.
I know. I'm clocking onto them.
Listen, I'm trying.
Was it
Mother trucker. Filth.
Mother trucker.
But don't get twisted. I still drop swearing if I'm like bantering and it kind of adds
Slides.
to the
sense.
energy.
The vim.
Adds to the energy. Then I'm gonna do
What's
it.
very important as well. Women, please do this before really
Pay attention,
settling down
guys.
with a fella. You need to really evaluate how he is outside. Like, don't just chill in his house.
Yeah.
Taking places.
Yes, you need to see how he interacts
With people.
with waiters, with I don't know, someone in the retail like department, whatever it may be. Just take him outside and see how he interacts with.
It's interesting that you say this because I consciously do that. I need to see all the red flags.
Yeah.
I need to be in a position where I go, okay, how is he with waiters? How is he with patients? If I'm running late, how's he going to be? Not that I run late.
Even him, if he's running late, how's he gonna be?
Yeah, exactly. Is he gonna be passive, like get over it?
I'm late.
And also, if there's something wrong, the waiters look to him different, or there's someone's pushed into you. I want to see, and it's not to test you, but just so that I'm mindful what I'm investing in, because it might not be for me. Some girls like the drama. They're like, oh my god, look at the way he's handling it.
Yeah, that's too much.
Or like, they'll instigate a fight. They'll be like, as a man, you should be stepping up. Nah, B.
You're not gonna do something about that.
Can't stand that. Those Karens
please.
jabbed in the throat. No violence, but I did that the other day. Someone said to me like a while ago, I was on a date, and the guy said to me, "Oh, let's smoke inside. Let's smoke in the car, shisha." And I said, "No, there's a restaurant. Like it has we don't have to stay in the car anymore. We can go out." He's like, "No, the car's fine." So I was like, "Okay, I don't know you that well, so I don't know why you're avoiding socializing." I was like, "Oh, but I'm only wearing sliders." And I'm like, "It's calm. Like you weren't expecting to see me. I wasn't expect. It was like a one-off, like an unexpected thing to come through, and plus he knows them." So then I was like, I had my little amber flag, not red, amber, and I'm like, okay. So eventually he came. We sat inside. Good energy, good vibes, bantered with everyone, whatever. So to me, I wanted to push it because he was resisting so much. But he was resisting for other reasons. Probably he just wanted to just be mad chill, mad relax, and didn't want to be where there's music and energy. Like he just wanted to be by himself.
Yeah.
But at the time, I'm like, okay, I don't know you.
Right.
So I need to understand why you're avoiding this so much. So I pressed it. Usually I wouldn't press it. But I thought just for the sake of just my peace of mind.
Yeah.
Let me push it. And then we had a wicked time.
Yeah.
And it was fine. So yeah, I agree with you. Definitely push them out there. Because homebody excuse is not an excuse. We can go for a walk, mate.
Yeah.
Let a kid accidentally whack the scooter into your flipping calves and see how you react. Are you gonna fly kick the youth, or are you gonna be like, oh, it's okay, let me help her out,
and then walk away and cuss you out?
Whatever, innit? Like all these small little testing moments.
Do you believe in that then? Like testing your partner, like not even your partner, but prior to you guys.
Word testing is not the right word.
Because I really don't like that.
Yeah, it's not testing.
Testing people, testing your friend. I don't like that.
It's not testing them.
No. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between consciously testing, going, let me run late and see how she reacts.
Yeah.
And then there's I'm genuinely running late. Listen, I've had 2 people test me that I know of, and I shut down.
Yeah.
I'm like, do not test me. I'm not like don't make it organic. Allow the scenarios to offload. Yeah, exactly. Allow them to unfold naturally and organically, and then you'll see my true reaction. Don't be sitting here trying to calculate. Oh, let me see how she reacts if I say this.
Yeah, I hate
bro.
that.
Because if we're both doing tests and we're gonna constantly be on edge of each other, just embrace it. Just roll with it. Worse, he's like, yeah, but I just don't want to invest in a situation when I'm like, everything's a leap of faith. Allow obviously your spider senses to kick in, and don't be too naive about it, but don't be too over calculative to the point where. But I'm with you. I can't stand tests.
That.
Don't disregard what you do see.
Yeah.
Make sure that you pick that up.
Even the testing to me is a concern. Why is it you're trying to proactively
that's what
test?
it is with me. I'm like, what? Why do you feel the need to come and test me? Like,
Men
what
love
is it?
to do that though.
Why? Some men.
Yeah, not
Save us.
Yeah, some men.
Save us.
Why do they love to do that.
I think to them, you see how you were like, there's a difference between testing and just seeing how things play out. I think they consciously test you to see how things play out. I don't think they see it the way. Anyway. So I don't think they would see it as.
No, but I've heard them say, "Well, it's, I was just testing you. I'm not a you. Don't test me." Yeah. Life happens because you won't ever know every single scenario because I like.
And it's their ego. That's why they're testing.
Yeah.
True, but like, see, when people say to you, "Oh, you have to like know someone really before you settle down," the thing is, the reality is, it's not about putting on a front. People go, "Oh yeah, she'll never like this when I first met her." The thing is, you don't know how she was like because you never ever were in that scenario to see it unfold. So you can't put her in every single scenario, in every emotional state to see how she's going to react. And same with you. So when people get married and they go, wait, I didn't know this about you. There's a difference between complete naivety and rushing into things. And there's, well, you've never seen their parent die. Yeah. Or you've never seen them get into an accident or fall ill.
Person, yeah.
So that's not them putting on a front and ta-da, like, here we go, psycho.
It's circumstantial.
Things can trigger you in your life. So all this business of like trying to put on tests or, make sure you know someone like for so many years, bro, this amount of years you can be with someone and still know nothing about them.
100. I say this all the time. I was like, someone you met yesterday could back your beef or could know more about you than someone you've known for 10 years.
Yeah. 100%.
So I genuinely believe time don't mean shit.
No,
and not just that, but you organic have a hair on my face, can't see it. You organically, like, you evolve as a human being.
Exactly.
There's a very rare few who don't evolve, but I'm a person who constantly evolves. Yeah. So, like with my ex, I think the biggest problem is that I kept on evolving and he didn't. He was very content in being who he is, and that's not a bad thing.
Do you know what? It's a tricky thing to what's the word? Not even build from. It's a tricky thing to maintain though, because
in what sense?
I feel like people are constantly. I think we're all people of growth, regardless. I think people find their time to be content with who they are, but I think there's a certain extent where we will constantly want to become better beings. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think when one is more fast paced than the other, or one is a standstill and the other one is like constantly moving, is there even a way to manage that?
There is.
I think it's a compatibility thing, though.
So no, I think what it is the want to also grow. Like to me,
the willingness.
Yeah, exactly. So when people say, "Oh, so if you believe in marriage and you believe in all this and you're this amazing woman, why did marriage end?" I'm like, because it requires two people to put energy in. If one person is constantly trying, the other person is just blasé and thinking you're never gonna leave, and they're not looking to reflect and self-evolve, then what do I do? Just stay here? And how do I justify this to God and to my unhappy child?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So like, it's a case of compatibility, but sometimes when you're younger you think you're compatible, and you get older you don't.
You realise, but I think it's because you've grown as well. You're not the same person that you were when you were like 16
100%
or 20 or whatever.
Exactly.
But that being said, you can be like, I want to look at my husband and be inspired by you. So even if I'm feeling lazy and reluctant, I'm like, do you know what, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, his motivation and his goals and his drive is like, do you know what, I need to level up to you.
Yes.
Like I want my partner to look at me, we want to level up to each other. So if he's like feeling Hebs, you're going to the gym 7 days a week, I've already been free, let's do this. Or like, he might see me and go, do you know, I need to put, even to himself, he doesn't have to tell me, but internally he might go, do you know what, I need to level up.
And you know what, there's a fine line, and I think that comes to mentality though, right, between wanting to level up with your partner and thinking it's a race, or thinking I need to have one up on her. Because I think a lot of people get that confused, and it does come down to like their health and the understanding of your relationship, but I think a lot of people will get in their heads about it, and they might start that way and later down the line think, no, like, how is she so ahead, or how is he so ahead, I need to one up them.
It's a threat.
It becomes a problem.
As opposed to, wait, I can learn something from this person.
Exactly. It's so interesting because it's like, it's a dead end. Coming with that, whether it's deflecting, whether it's your insecurity, whatever it may be, you stepping into that conversation with a negative intent, it's a dead end.
It's a shutdown.
So for why? What is the reason?
You know what my problem is? I get sucked into those conversations.
Oh, you entertain it.
Do you know why? I just get triggered. Same way, like when I see the comments or whatever, I'm like, Hebs, ignore it. You don't know them, or like, why do you care so much? Then they say something and I get sucked in, and I'm like, it's game over now.
What is that though? Is that pride?
No, I care. I care too much about people understanding me right. or I care so much that people don't misunderstand.
Yeah,
So,
you don't want to be misunderstood.
but then I'm like, Hebs, don't care.
But why do you think you're like that? 'Cause I think I used to be very protective of my identity, and anybody trying to, like, anyone that tried to put shit on my identity or throw it or change it or tailor it to them to make me look a type of way, that used to be a big problem for me. As in, you've disrespected me as
the
a
body language
as a
was very
human.
like for beef there.
Yeah,
So,
it was
big
it was
problem.
a
Let's take this
big-
outside right now.
The east
What?
side is screaming. But no, like, it used to really, really get me. Like,
Yeah.
I will happily swing over that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it got to a point where I realised that perception is really real. And no one will have the exact same perception of you, period. You might have a slightly different perception of me that Runner does. I mean, that's just through how you intake your information
100%.
and the type of relationships we might have.
How much
and
exposure I've had to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like, I've just gotten to a point where people are gonna, it's cliche, people are gonna say what they want to say, think what they want to think. But it's, I know me, and my circle is so tight, they know me how I know me. So bun everyone else. You can't even draw me and add my character.
I just don't know why people have time to like have that negative perception. Why do people don't give each other the benefit of the doubt? Why are people coming at each other?
Trolls in this world, man.
I say,
It's
I'm
all
not made for
insecurity,
this.
though, isn't it? It will always, anything that is negatively portrayed to a person about their character is reflective of their own soul.
No, I agree. So I believe, like, to an extent, deflection is a thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people come with certain energy because they're actually insecure about themselves, and I remind myself of that. But sometimes I'm just like, hold up. But if someone really thinks that of me, like, I don't want someone to think that of me, because that's not how.
But that's not your problem, though. No, this is where you've gone wrong.
Yeah,
If they think that of you, as
I feel like Runner's ready to beef me still.
but do you know, it's not even.
Because it's like it's their own issues, you know. It ain't
Yeah.
It's not you. So if they're thinking like that, it's their insecurity.
So
It's their thing.
so
to swallow their goddamn pride and stop being a troll. Why are you being a troll for? And you're all online. Come say this to my
But
face.
even
If they saw you in the gym, are they gonna be like, oh, you?
nah, I have good energy in the gym. Yeah.
But this is what I'm
100%,
saying.
you're right.
Even if it's not on a troll thing and they genuinely think that of you,
Yeah,
that's their perception.
Yeah, I've had wild conclusions about me.
Yeah,
And
people
I'm like,
have
from where?
Yeah.
But who?
Yeah.
It's the same person.
Yeah.
But I've actually gone therapy for, like, and I learned one thing, because I used to be very, very defensive growing up. Mad defensive. Like, if you say something to me, I'll sit there and firstly I'll be like, I'll not attack you, not verbally, but my body will change, body language, my tone will change, whatever. And then my therapist said to me, do you feel like you're so defensive, you're protecting your truth? And the minute he said that to me, everything made sense.
Yeah, it clicked.
I was like, I care so much about people's opinions, but why? But it's because it's taken me years to come to this realization. It's also very hard to unlearn certain behaviors and certain reactions. So, like, let's say 80% of the time, I'm learning, like, I'm good. I'm not gonna react. But there's a 20% of the time where I slip up and I fall victim to someone's opinion, and I spend my time over explaining myself. And I'm like, but for who?
Yeah.
Like, all I've done is exhaust and ruin my day.
Exactly. From when you realise you're not even worthy of the explanation.
That's it.
That's it. Like, I think that's what it was for me. I was like, but why am I explaining myself to you when my parents know what I'm like, my good peoples know what I'm like, God knows what I'm like. That's it.
That's the worst
who
part.
actually are you? Especially when I know it's completely not me, as in you're completely putting something that's not in my character and you're slapping
the reality is you're bringing either, like, if it's a guy, he's bringing his last experience into the building, his insecurity, the whatever, and making this groups. And I can't stand it when they go, yeah, because you women, nah, slow down.
Us women.
The minute I hear you women, halas, I'm ready. But also, I know it's not all women and not all men, which is why when I come to you with a situation, I don't go, because you men are moving. If I do that, I ever do it, it's banter.
Yeah.
You'll know it's like I'm saying it with a pinch of salt and I don't really mean it.
Yeah.
But when you're coming with chest, because I know how you women like to, nah, baby, but I don't even want to hear the rest of the sentence. Let's start from the beginning.
Start again.
And personalize it to me and use my example.
Yeah.
I don't care about my girl and what she did. I'm talking about me and you right now. Give me something to reflect upon that.
Give me something that's worthy. Give me
not
something
not an
nonsense.
assumption that you think I'm about to do because my girl did it to you 3 times over. That's not my beef.
That's my biggest pet peeve, you know. Like, that's something that properly irritates me to the core, is assumptions.
It makes an ass out of you and me, boo.
That, do you get it?
I'd rather you come correct and just speak honestly to what you feel.
Yeah.
And then this is an opportunity for me to clarify. For me to go, actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't suit you, like,
it's not your cup of tea, innit?
That's it, khalas.
Yeah.
I'm not everyone's cup of tea. As much as I want to please the world, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I have to just accept it.
Yeah,
it
that's it. Like, you're not for everybody, and that's the beauty of it. Do you get?
Yeah.
Not everyone can afford a diamond. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oi.
Come on.
No, I think it's all also down to self-doubt and lack of self-love. I think when people forget the self-doubt voice and they start listening truly to who they know they are, nothing will faze anyone. And I think my self-doubt voice kicks in. And I'm just like, yo, we can't be living in this self-doubt. This needs to be drowned out. We need to like throw her into the Thames and like dash some weights on her. So there's no way she comes out. Not that I know much about throwing people into the Thames. EastEnders, isn't it?
EastEnders.
That's the closest I'll get to East London.
Yeah, pick up the East Side. Oh my God. Right, it's coming. That was a very I feel like that was so quick.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Come on, I got some riddles for you.
No. Khalas.
No. You have to participate.
No. Auntie, let me just hold on to the title. Has anyone outdone me yet?
Who's outdone her?
How many did she get?
All of them.
She got all of them.
How many did you give her though?
4.
I've got 4 again though.
Jesus, khalas. I got 4 out of 4. Am I
I don't
champion?
think anyone's outdone
I don't
her.
think anyone's
Can we
got
just leave it?
100%.
Can we just leave me as undefeated? That's it. Alright, go on, try and...
Alright, cool.
Can I use Google?
No, not Uncle Google.
Sheikh Google.
Sheikh Google.
Ask that question.
I mean, there's no T's and C's. No one
She
laid
just
it
pulls
out.
out her phone. It's Mufti.
I'm not sorry. Yeah. So Mufti, what were we saying?
So Mufti, what's the answer? So, this is quite simple. Just think about it, okay?
Alright, let's do this.
If your uncle's sister is not your aunt, what relation is she to you?
My mum.
Yeah, very easy.
I'm actually so impressed. I don't need to pee as well, so my concentration's compromised right now. Too much information, but it is what it is.